Hey folks, Andrew Morgan here, Right a Boom, talking with John Strand about the tech track. John, you and your team are leading this initiative for us at Right a Boom 2025 in Las Vegas, just a few months away in February. You personally are going to be teaching SOC core skills. John, for those that don't know you, which would be maybe just a few. You've become pretty well known here in the MSP, MSSP space in the past 5 years. If you could give a quick overview of yourself and why should the technical teams at MSP show up for SOC core skills?
So, I've been the owner of Black Hills Information Security since 2008. We're a boutique pen testing firm, but more germane to what we're doing here is anti-siphon. We've been doing anti-siphon security training, where our number one goal is creating like the absolute best class security training. It's something that's affordable for a number of different people in a number of different walks of life, and MSPs are definitely a part of that. And the SOC core skills is a huge part of that. One of the big things that we see in our engagements, both penetration tests, incident response engagements, is the number of people out there that lack the fundamental skills to understand what the tools are telling them. Our tools are amazing. I mean, you can go look at all the suites of tools that are available and you can buy all these tools. But if you honestly don't know what the tool is doing under the hood, it becomes really cost prohibitive in setting up those tools. It becomes really expensive when things go wrong with those tools. And if you ever get into a security incident, the extent of damage that the attacker can do is greatly amplified if people don't understand those underpinnings of like Linux, Windows, networking, and understanding how these things all interrelate with each other on a security perspective to be able to effectively defend their networks and respond to attacks.
That's awesome, John. And you've shared with me and many that this came about, this course, because you were working with analysts
Mhm.
that, had, the analyst title, but then the fundamentals like Linux command lines, Windows command lines were missing. And this
Yeah.
is really a fundamental course, no matter where you are fair in your journey.
Absolutely. We should rename it, honestly. It's not just Security Operations Center, but these are just fundamental core. It's looking at your operating systems, looking at networking, looking at logging, looking at infrastructure from a security lens, because that's how I look at everything. And I think that that's really helpful because otherwise it just becomes this really dry reading of user manuals, right? If we can look at it through the perspective of there's a hack on this system, how do we detect it? You can learn about that system in a really fun and invigorating kind of way where you can feel that impact. You can feel how that's going to work in the future when you're working vis-a-vis an attacker, and it tends to make those lessons stick a lot better mentally.
Awesome, John. Can't wait to see you in Vegas in just a few months, you and your entire team. Thanks for setting this up with us and make it a great day.
Thank you for having me.